So, do you want to do the intro?
Well, now I have to.
Do it.
I feel sick.
Do it.
I'm nervous.
Do it.
I got stage fright.
Do it.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Goobers podcast with your host Lucy Sabine and Caleb. You don't deserve a last name.
You don't deserve a name. Spur.
Oh, okay.
Well, we're gonna be talking about some stuff.
You don't have to say that. I don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that.
We're gonna be talking about some
No,
stuff.
don't say that. It's not a.
We're gonna be talking about
It's
some
not a
stuff.
DIY. This is just a.
We're gonna be talking about some
this is
stuff.
just a gather around the campfire, tell some stories kind of thing. Except the campfire is the microphone.
And you're balding.
I'm not. I'm not. You know what's funny? I've actually been thinking about that.
What?
Because, you know how like you're more likely to have, like, balding on your if it's on your mom's side.
Well, that's if you're a man.
And well, I mean your hair thins
That's if
as
you're
you get
a man.
older.
That's if you're a
Well,
man.
I'm sure it can happen to women too.
Yes, but like
And
the
my
likelihood.
grandpa's bald
Who cares?
on my mom's side.
It's
And her hair is really thin, and my hair's starting to get thin. I'm going bald.
yeah, you're going bald. Okay. Miss Baldy. But it's for men. It's like that's what happens for men. Like likelihood of you getting bald if you're a man is if your grandpa on your mom's side is bald.
Okay. Anyways.
I have no chance because my grandpa had a full set of
It
hair
smells bad. Did you eat some, like, sausage or something?
until he got cancer,
Oh.
and then he went bald.
Oh my god. He's so morbid. Jesus.
I loved him. He was awesome.
Stop. Snap out of it, Caleb. You're not depressed.
I'm not at all.
Okay.
That was cringy.
What, you or me?
You.
No, you.
Oh, snap out of it, Lucy.
Pull my hair.
Snap out of it.
I'm already going bald. Don't pull any more hair out.
Yeah, you're not going bald, Lucy.
Okay.
Go.
I don't know how to start the thing smoothly.
You had that time when I was playing
No,
games.
I took a nap instead. Ladies, let me tell you, if your boyfriend likes to play lots of games instead of spending time with you, just take some naps.
I'm spending time with you right now.
Okay.
I am.
I know.
Oh, shut up. Oh my god, you're like...
I just can't think. Okay.
This episode's gonna be like 40 minutes long.
Shut the... Be quiet.
What do you have to say?
Shut the heck up.
Yeah.
Okay. So, we don't have a lot of time, so we just thought we would tell some little short, funny stories. Hopefully they're funny.
We're gonna talk about worst
Oh
injuries.
my god, you don't have to say that.
Talking about worst... First one, what's one of your worst energy?
What's one
energies?
of
What's one of your worst injuries,
Shut up,
Lucy?
let me speak. I have the question.
No, I'm giving you
What's
the
one
question.
of the stupidest ways you've ever hurt yourself? Or like, worst injuries?
I want to hear you.
You want to hear me?
Yeah, I want to hear you first.
I didn't write anything down because I couldn't think of anything.
So the question just for me.
I guess one time. Yeah, because I figured you would have a lot. One time I was carving pumpkins, and you know how they always tell you to not cut towards yourself?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Well,
You are stupid.
I was cutting and the knife slipped and it like went into the knuckle of my first finger. And then when I was running to get a Band-Aid, I tripped over a wire onto the concrete and knocked all the breath out of myself.
Oh, you told me about that.
I just couldn't breathe at all, and my finger was bleeding, and it was very confusing, and I was little, and it's one of my favorite stories.
His face.
I wish I didn't. Just
What?
kidding. But why? What were you? What do you mean?
One time, I think I told you this. I was opening a can of like olives, or something. And I opened
Of course,
it.
they're olives.
Yeah, shut up.
Why are you opening
Because I was gonna eat them. I opened it a
mouth?
little bit and like a dummy, I put my hand on the lid, and tried to open it the rest way, and it cut right down to the bone, of my thumb, like right there, right in the middle.
Yeah, right down to
Like
the
that.
bone. I
Yeah,
don't see
down
any
to the bone.
scars on that thing.
Well,
Did you get stitches?
no.
You sure it cut down to the bone?
Yeah, I can see why.
Well, you could see white, ladies and gentlemen.
I am white.
I didn't know. I didn't know that story.
Really?
Yeah, it's funny.
Well, I got another one.
Of course, it was olives.
I used to really like olives. I still like olives. Black olives. I don't like those.
That was
green
one of the.
crabs.
That was one of the first things we'd ever talked about in person. Was olives. I can't.
I'm gonna finish my
No,
one.
let me
I'm
tell
gonna
you.
start my other
Please.
one. No.
I came home and like they're like, did you? It was like one of the first days of like freshman year. They're like, did you talk to anybody? Did you make any friends? I was like, well, I talked to this one guy about olives, and then Caleb became known as the olive guy in my house.
I'm gonna love when you hear this. Anyways, I have another one, and this was like hospital. I had to go to the hospital for this one. I was at a friend's house. Me and my brother were there, and two other friends. And we were sliding down the hill, like on our butts. Not only it was like during the summer, and I had jeans on. I had not jeans. They're like these weird like. Doesn't matter what I was wearing. And I was sliding down the hill. I slid down the hill on my butt. I turned in, and hit my knee on a root. Keep going. Get your ears unplugged.
No, keep going. I just don't want to hear it because I just hate it.
And well, then I was like, oh, I did like a somersault. I didn't feel it. I pulled up my pant leg like that. You hear that? And it was like wide open. Stop, Lucy.
Sorry, I can still hear you with my ears plugged. I gotta make some noise.
Why is it? Stop.
What?
Just stop. Listen.
I don't want to.
And it like the pressure of like my knee hitting the root just tore it right open. I didn't feel it. And it opened it like it was like start of the one side of my knee to the other end. And I keep saying I didn't feel it. I didn't feel it. And my brother came over and was like, oh, you're fine. I was like, oh, yeah. I pulled my pant leg just wide open. See my meniscus.
It's not your
My manella.
your patella.
My patella. I could see my patella. And I could, like, touch it and stuff. I didn't touch it. Because that probably hurt. And my brother was like, oh, you're hurt. We went up, and I had to get in the... Firemen came, firemen people... ambulance, went to the hospital, and then when they were giving me like shots and stuff, they're like at least like it's like 2-inch long needles. They're like putting them in my knee, and one side wouldn't numb, so like they had to like just stitch it with me feeling it. Let me tell you, that was horrible. And after that it was pretty good. But after all healed up, I had to stretch it back so I could bend it. And it was just like, it was tearing. It was like, it wasn't tearing, but it sounded like it was like rubber, like not rubber, but like leather being like, just like pulled. You hear like the pops and stuff in my knee. And that's pretty much the end of that. That was a horrible experience. But what's another of yours?
Well, I didn't listen to any of that. And now my mouth is very dry.
You're messing me up.
Well, I don't like that story. I don't like it. It's a one-time here story, not a multiple times. Anyways, another way. It's just 'cause
Shut up.
you. It's
Continue.
just 'cause it's
Continue.
you,
Continue.
Caleb.
Continue with your story.
I love you. Oh my God. Another stupidest way I've hurt myself.
Yeah. Actually, let's just go to the next thing.
I can't think of anything else.
Yeah,
anyways.
go to the next thing. Oh, you constantly stubbing your toe?
Oh, well, that's just a daily thing. I always stub my toes, or
Oh yeah, and
Oh.
also when you punch your dad in the stomach.
so tell my story. One time I punched my dad in the stomach, and he like hardened his gut, and
Gut.
I broke my finger. Also, one time I used to have like the kind of bed frame that had a headboard and a footboard, and it was metal. It's the one in my guest bedroom, because I used to sleep on that bed. And I was like standing on my bed, and my foot slipped off the edge of the bed on the footboard part, and I skinned my shin. It was bad. It was bad. And the only thing I could do was laugh. My parents thought something was wrong with me, because like it was bad enough to where I should have been crying, but I just laughed instead. It's kind of freaky. But yeah, that really hurt a lot.
Alright, go with the next thing.
Anyway. Okay, so our next question is, what's one of the strangest things that's ever happened to you?
Strangest? What did I have?
You had your ski story.
Oh yeah. So we were going on a ski trip. I was with my mom. My brother and my dad didn't go this time. But we went on this. So we only got the chance to go twice. Right? Because of my mom. So first time we went on the ski lift and it stopped for about like 15 minutes. We were like in the middle. That wasn't too bad. And I was like, oh, my mom was like, hey, let's we can go again. I was like, yeah, it was a good like slope. I liked it. So we went again, and wouldn't you know it, it stopped again. And we were stuck for like 2 hours on that lift. I was like shivering. Yeah, they had to come up with like a what's it called?
Crank?
Snowmobile.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Like after we got off, we got a snowmobile, and I had to get on that and like go back to the lodge, and I stayed in the lodge for the rest of the time. I was like 10, I think, when that happened. No, maybe like 9. It was bad. Let me tell you what.
Yeah.
It wasn't fun.
I bet. You're very sensitive to the cold.
I don't like the cold.
You're
That's
like
probably for that reason.
Yeah, maybe.
And I don't like water. Large bodies of water. That's a fear. Like being in it. Not like I just don't like it. What about you?
So... My face.
Continue. Oh god, I'm sweating. It's so hot in here.
Take your shirt off.
I'm not taking my shirt off.
Kidding. So one of my weirdest things that's ever happened to me was I was living in Georgia at the time, and we had a state park on a mountain, like right up the road from me. And so it had the lake in it, and like a little bit deeper into the woods you went, there was like a little, I don't know, it like fed into a river. But before that is like I don't know what it is, an area of still water in the river. What are those called? Do you know?
Still water.
Yeah.
A lake.
No.
Pond.
I don't know. It was weird.
What was it?
It's like a deep area of water in a river.
I don't
And
think
it's
it has a
mostly
name.
still like it's not rushed.
Oh.
I mean, it
Is
still
it
flows.
stops for a
It
little
still
bit?
flows, but it's like calm.
Well, because it's so deep.
Yeah. Anyways, it's really cool. Kind of like a reservoir, I guess, but not. Anyways, so I was playing in that with my friend, and we were just kind of like looking around at rocks and stuff in the shallow part, and there was a little girl that like came up to us and started like playing with us, and it was weird because first of all, she started like playing with my friend and like calling her mommy and all that stuff, and it really freaked me out. I did not like that little kid. And then she apparently didn't like me very much.
Really?
Because like I found a rock, and I was like, I remember it so clearly. I was like, oh my god, this rock looks like Africa. Because it was like shaped just like Africa, and she took it and threw it at my head. Like really hard. And I don't know. I got her in trouble. I made her leave. And she was like, I at the time was like 10. And she had to have been like 5.
What would you do if you met her again? Like, you little brat.
I don't know. I just hope I never meet her ever again. I never will. So doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That's
pretty weird.
That's one of the weirdest things that's happened to me. I forgot that happened.
Was it with Emmy Lard?
Yes. It's weird.
What does that do for us?
I don't know. Do you have anything else?
No, not really.
Used to be in Boy Scouts. Did anything ever happen in Boy Scouts?
Nothing bad.
That's cool.
We were all safe, so.
Did you know, like, for Boy Scouts, if you become an Eagle Scout, you can get, like, scholarships and, like,
I knew that.
businesses, like, actually will, like, choose you over somebody else because you're an Eagle Scout?
Yeah, because you've worked, like, super hard to get.
They don't do that for Girl Scouts.
Because Girl Scouts don't do anything. They just sell cookies.
No, they don't.
What do they do?
They do the same stuff as you do.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
There's no Eagle Scout for them.
Well, it's called something else.
Bunny Scout.
It goes like Daisy Scout to Brownie to Cadet. No, Junior to Cadet to
Why is it in the Army
head of a Girl Scout
scenario?
troop? I don't know. The biggest step is being the head of your own Girl Scout troop.
I didn't know that was possible.
But they like volunteer and they camp and hike and stuff. Make crafts, do knots, learn how to start fires, and they sell delicious cookies.
Dude, we sell popcorn. Much better.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Nobody goes to Walmart to buy Boy Scout popcorn.
Walmart's. We don't sell them up there. Go to Food City.
Oh, well, Girl Scouts do. Girl Scouts go everywhere. They go in front of restaurants.
I don't remember where
they go in the parking lots. They go in Walmarts. They go in stores. They go anywhere. They go everywhere.
I don't think we would even do that stuff when we were there. Well, I think we only did it once. But then we would just sell the houses and stuff.
We do that too.
I sell like $300 worth of popcorn.
There used to be like competitions because if you sell a certain amount of boxes, you get like different prizes.
Same thing for us.
I always did really bad.
Cause you're an introvert.
Yeah, sure.
What? Hey. Well, I think that's gonna wrap us up today. So hope you guys enjoyed. You know, go to iTunes, go to Spotify. Is that on Google yet?
Yeah, it's
Google?
been on Google.
Go to Google Podcast. Is that what it is?
Well, you're probably listening to this on one of those.
On one of those.
So check us out on YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube
and Twitter.
And Twitter.
It's just the Goobers Podcast.
Yeah, the Goobers Podcast.
Yeah.
So hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time. Say bye, Lucy.
Bye.
Bye.